Okay, recording.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Park Hopper John. Across the internets from me is the lovable, huggable Mr. Tony Calsanova. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing fantastic.
He is awesome. Tony comes from Disney by the Numbers. Recent author, best-selling Disney by the Numbers book author.
Well, that's like I carried away quite yet.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't know of any other Disney by the Numbers books. You've sold several. You're a best-selling author as far as I'm concerned, my friend.
We're getting there. One book at a time.
One book at a time. That's great.
Yeah.
And I come to you from the WW Park Hoppers blog. But together, we are Disney by... I'm sorry, not Disney by the Numbers. I'm reading your book. I can't do that. I can't look at it. Together, we are... Together we are the Disney Parks Podcast. And we are so glad that you guys are here listening. If you are watching us live via blab.im, we are so glad that you guys are out there chat with us. So hello to the chats. It's great to see you guys. And we want to remind you on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., most of the time, we do live recordings. You actually can watch these two knuckleheads do this live. So you definitely want to check out blab.im and sign up for our live blabs Tuesdays at 8 p.m. All you have to do really is have a Twitter account and you could log in. You don't have to download anything special. It's all done on the desktop. It's amazing. It's great.
It's awesome. I love it.
It's all free. I love Blab. I'm becoming a super huge fan.
Yeah.
And so there's that. So before we get too far down the road, I want to encourage you guys to come visit the DisneyParksPodcast.com website. And there's a lot of great things there. We do a lot of blog articles. We have all of our former shows there, but we also have some links to some amazing sponsors. And one of the sponsors we want to highlight right now is MagicYourBands.com. Now, they are one of the best companies for those Magic Band covers. Let's say you have, like me, I've got several different colors of Magic Bands, and I've got more gray Magic Bands I know what to do with because I just can't seem to get the ordering process right. And I've got a lot of gray Magic Bands. So what I do is I take these covers that I get from Magic Your Bands and put them on there, and I've got really cool, bracelets that I can wear around, and I can change out with seasons. I can promote the podcast. I can promote the website. And Magic Your Bands has done us a huge favor. If you come to our website, DisneyParksPodcast.com, you look for the Magic Your Bands logo. You look for them in the sidebar, and you click on it. You're going to go out to their website. And whatever you purchase, at the time of purchase, if you type in the code Disney Parks Podcast, all one word, you're going to get 10% off your order. And they take such great care of us. We love them. The quality of their work is far beyond other band covers that I have seen, and they're good people.
Right.
That's the best thing. They're just good folks.
Yep.
So get your 10% off using Disney Parks Podcast at checkout, and help support our amazing sponsors. And we just had a meetup last week. We had a big meetup. It was it was almost like a crawl, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a Disney Springs crawl.
Yeah, it was really, we didn't intend for that. We started out at Starbucks.
Correct.
And we were there for a couple hours. And then, as normally happens, there's a crew of people that we usually get together. We wind up, bebopping around, and we wound up going from Starbucks. We checked out Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar.
Correct.
And we were summarily separated because they just don't have space for a group of more than 4 or 5. Yeah. And we hung out there for an hour or two. And then we wound up going to Morimoto Asia. Yes, and we found a new hidden Mickeys. We're very excited about that. Yeah. Dinner was off the chain.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I still say, for the quality and quantity of food, that place is a bargain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a dollar store in there. All right, maybe not that much. Maybe a $2 store.
Yeah, it's,
All right, you can't go crazy and start ordering a lot of stuff, and then, you have a super high bill because you go, oh, that's only 2 pieces. Oh, that's only 4 pieces. And then you start escalating the bill. But if you can corral yourself and you get just a couple of the things, it's really not that bad, I don't think.
No, I think it's great. Sarah and I were kind of in the mood for sushi, so we got the chef's special sampler, and they had two to choose from. One was $45 and one was $90, and we obviously chose the $45. And we had plenty of sushi. We had more sushi than we needed. And then one of the guys at the table ordered miso soup, and I was like, "Oh man, that sounds good." And I don't know if you guys go to many Japanese restaurants. When you order miso soup, it's like a little bowl. It's really you put your hands together in a circle, and that's about the size of the bowl. The bowl that came out was the size of my head.
Yeah,
it was ginormous.
Right,
and it was plenty. We had plenty to go around, and the food was outstanding. Chef Morimoto was not there that evening. Very disappointed, but we had a good time. So I started this whole story to tell you that we are going to have another meetup at the brand new Club Disney. Yeah. So we're going to do that Club Disney on December 5th.
Correct.
And that's going to be what's that? A Saturday, right?
It is. It's the opening day of Club Disney as well.
Lord help us all. So we're going to be
so be prepared for, hey, we're not quite ready. We're not opening at this time, so we may have some complications or technical issues, but we'll just have to go with the flow.
Yeah. Be prepared for hanging out at Fairfax Fair or whatever they call it.
Exactly.
And that's going to be from 2 o'clock until 4 p.m. So Saturday, December 5th, it's going to be from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. We'll have a good time. And I'm sure, just like always, we'll probably wind up somewhere.
Yeah. Well, maybe Osborne Lights will be up and running by then.
Oh, the Osborne Lights is going to be up and running before Thanksgiving.
So maybe we could do that afterwards. And I didn't plan anything for November yet. I'm still on the fence of whether to do something super big,
right,
or just keep it small. So we'll figure out in November.
Right. So that event is going to be at the Club Disney, and if you don't know where that is Disney's Hollywood Studios just finished building this brand new multi-purpose room. Well, it's a building, actually. Excuse me. It's a multi-purpose building. If you walk around Sunset Boulevard, go to Tower Terror, hang a left, and you walk like you're walking into the front door of the Rock and Roller Coaster. There's normally a gate that stops you. And now that's going to be open. You're going to be able to go into this brand new multi-use building. And for the first month or so, it's going to be Club Disney, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's where
their first iteration.
Yep. So that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be cool.
Yep.
And so we already talked a little bit about your book. Tell everybody about your book, my friend.
It is 162 pages of loveliness. It's Disney by the numbers. It is all facts about Walt Disney World. And you could get this by going to DisneyByTheNumbers.com. On the left-hand side, you'll see a link for DBTN book. Click that link, and there's a bookstore there where you can purchase a book. If you purchase a book on that site, I will sign it and number it and ship it to you. If you don't feel like doing that, you can just go to Amazon.com and search for Disney by the Numbers, and you can buy it on Amazon, and it won't be signed. It'll just be the old ordinary copy.
You will not have a book touched by the lovely hands of Mr. Tony Casanova.
Yeah. Also, if you go to Disney by the Numbers near that DBTN book, there's a book tracker. So each book that I sign, I number, and then I put the person's name there, first name only. Because I don't think everybody wants their name out on the internet. Just your first name, so that you kind of know where your book is in the history of Disney by the Number book. So, I thought that'd be a fun little thing to do, is you can see, where you rank, what number book you might have.
Yeah, I got number 7.
There you go. It's pretty. You're in the top 10, Mr. Donahue.
I'm in the top 10.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
And the last thing is, if you have not, go to DisneyParksPodcast.com and make sure that you sign up for our newsletter. There's different places on the site that you can do that. But we pump out a newsletter, or at least John does, on each Wednesday. Does most of all of the work for the newsletter. John just sends me. I go, yeah, that looks good. Send that out.
That's what I'm used to. I just send out newsletters. Yeah, I see it.
You're probably so used to it.
Right.
Yeah, but we have a lot of things in there that we do not really talk about on this show or even on the website. So it's kind of like your Disney fix of things before the shows. It's like in between the two shows. One show on Tuesday, newsletter on Wednesday, show on Friday. So
right,
you're in between holdover.
Yeah, definitely want to sign up for that because we put a lot of really cool information there, and we also have the schedule for these blab sessions that we're doing. And we try to give you as much insider information as we can find. A lot of times when we record these shows, there's information that we miss. We pull the news and then something pops. We can't get it on the show. That is where that news would go. If we find out something's happening in the community, we share it in the newsletter. So definitely go sign up for our newsletter, and that would be awesome to us.
We got to talk about a contest because I think it's time to do another newsletter contest. I still have kites. We can give some kites, and I still have another Tower of Terror picture that we can give away as well.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Tower of Terror lithos are always a good thing.
Yeah. I should try and send it to Mark and see if I can get Mark to sign it. Really need to. Cool. Yeah, let me see if I can get Mark to turn that around real quick. I'll send him a message on Facebook and see if he'll be willing to sign it. And,
for those who are playing at home and don't know who you're talking about, who are you talking about?
The person that does the voice of the Rod Serling in the Tower of Terror, his name is Mark Silverman. He's been on this podcast at least twice, maybe 3 times. He does a voice match for the Rod Serling. He is dubbed the only person by the Rod Serling estate that can do a Rod Serling official, using the air quotes, official Rod Serling voice. So he is the estate selected person.
Nice.
So,
that's great.
Yeah, really nice guy. A lot of fun to talk to. Very cool personality. He's a little quirky. He likes some old movies and TV shows, and he does the Great Maxwell Smart.
Nice.
He called into Larry King when Larry King had on Sylvester Stallone's mother. He called in as Sylvester Stallone and fooled the producer, Larry King, and Sylvester Stallone's mother.
Wow.
If you want to hear that story, it's on, I think, the second podcast where he tells that story that he called in and fooled all 3 of those people.
Hey, Ma, why are you telling my secrets?
You're like King Ma. Yeah.
It's always funny to see that voice come out of that face. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he's a really good guy. He's does a lot of voiceover stuff. So go look for Mark Silverman. You won't. He's on Facebook if you want to follow him on Facebook. So go check him out.
Awesome.
Right, so maybe we'll get him to sign that, and that'll make that a little bit sweeter.
That'd be great.
I can't get Rod Serling to do it. He's dead.
That would be creepy. Although it is Halloween time, so that would.
Speaking of creepy, our friend Kat Cressida, we're gonna have to send that out. She was in the L.A. Times and another newspaper. I think it was the Orange County Register. She is the voice of Constance Hathaway in the attic scene of the Haunted Mansion. Right. And she's got something coming up next week. And you should go out and follow Kat Cressida on Twitter and Facebook because she is going to have a very interesting thing with Radio Disney. And we can't say what that is. We signed a virtual NDA by death of being beaten up by a cat.
Yes, let's go with that.
Pummeled to death by Kat Cressida.
Yes.
We can't say what that is. But
I'm honestly less concerned about Kat than I am Disney.
Yeah. You don't want the Radio Disney people coming down on you. That would be bad.
Man, I don't like you telling my stuff. I don't know why Radio Disney guys have nasally voices in my head, but they do. In my head, they've got nasally voices.
Yeah, so
that's great.
So yeah, go follow Kat Cressida on Twitter and Facebook. It's just at Kat Cressida, and she's going to break some news next week because that is the 31st, the week before at least, right? Something like that. Yeah, 27, 28, yeah, 31. Yeah, next Saturday is Halloween. So yeah, so go follow her. That's all we'll say.
Excellent.
All right,
let's get into the news, buddy.
Let's get into the news.
All right. Well, we've got some exciting news from the world of toys. The Toy Industry Association, or TIA, announced that they are inducting Mr. Robert A. Iger, who's the chairman and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, into the Toy Industry Hall of Fame. Mr. Iger was selected by members of TIA in recognition of his significant contributions to the industry and the impact his work has had on the lives of children worldwide. Mr. Iger joins an impressive roster of 70 toy industry luminaries, including, but not limited to, George Lucas, Disney Pixar's own John Lasseter, who have been inducted into the hall since it was established in 1984. Mr. Iger is being recognized for his contribution to the industry, including growing the Disney portfolio of beloved brands with the acquisition of Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilms, three of the entertainment industry's greatest storytelling companies, and continuing to drive growth through creative content offerings, otherwise known as Synergy, across the new and multiple platforms.
Hey, I listen. It's well deserved. I mean, he has brought together a lot of companies to build this Uber company.
He built Uber?
Yeah, he wishes. But when they say that, what was the words they used? Contributions to the industry. I mean, he didn't make the toys. He didn't design the toys. He didn't think up the toys. But, I also will say, though, I was just reading that, Sphero, the company that makes the BB-8 thing, that came out of the Disney Labs, that company, Sphero. It's one of the first companies that came out of that little incubator project that they have, where they take on 5 companies and help them, create their products and get them to market. Right. And Sphero was one of those. So I guess, in a way, he has helped mold and form.
I'm looking at my BB-8 right now. I've got my app-controlled BB-8 I play with almost every day. It's tons of fun for everyone.
So, well, now you can thank Bob Iger for that.
Thanks, Bob. And I'd like to thank you for putting a Mickey on every gosh darn thing that we have in this house.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are very un-Mickey-ized things in this house.
Yeah, and so. I think, though, it's good that, they recognize Bob's contribution. And I don't want to shortchange the guy. No. Steve Jobs did not create a computer.
No.
He had input on it. He had, he drove the horse, so to speak.
Right. Sure.
And that's what Iger's doing. And Iger has seen incredible growth in the company. And, that's not to say that, Marvel wasn't doing a bad job on their own. I mean,
right. Sure.
They've been churning out some amazing movies even before Disney bought them. But, and so was Lucasfilm, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But I think it's great that, he's recognized. I don't want to take anything from him. And, this game, it's just more kudos for Disney. Another reason to love Disney is, we do great stuff. So
I'm just going to do one little sidetrack from this because I had to mention this. I heard this today. They're selling tickets now for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And it crashed the AMC site. As soon as they announced it, took down the site. Took down the site instantaneously.
It also broke Fandango.
Yeah. Broke Fandango too. And they're predicting now opening day will be at least $600 million, if not more.
Now, what that means, for those of you who don't know, Most films dream about making that much money.
They dream of 100 million
in their entire run.
Yeah.
I think that Star Wars is going to do that opening weekend.
Yeah.
And then some. The trick is going to be doing it after opening weekend.
All right. So here's my prediction. I'm going to make the prediction right here on this podcast. You ready? I am going to predict they're going to double what Avatar has done.
God, I hope so.
They're going to double it. And then Disney's going to say, oh, Avatar Land, really? Can we allocate some of that space for Star Wars something over there?
Never going to happen, buddy. They are doodad deep in the mud over there at Animal Kingdom.
I know they're in the mud.
But not going back, buddy.
I'd like to. They may be rethinking their Star Wars plan at the end of this year.
I don't think so. I think they knew going into it.
Yeah.
But it's, you know.
All right, back on track. Okay. I need to get paid because I'm going to say the word Frozen. Ding, 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 ding.
Where's the button where I could take away some of the props that you're giving? Yeah. How can I take some of those away? There's a dislike button now.
Is there a dislike button for saying Frozen? All right, so over at Tokyo Disney, they now have some interesting holiday offerings. And I say this all the time. They get some interesting things over here. So the Frozen sisters are also popular in Japan, where Anna and Elsa's Frozen Fantasy returns to Tokyo Disneyland on January 12th through March 18th and includes Frozen Fantasy Parade, which includes Kristoff, Hans, and the Trolls, and new floats. The castle show, Anna and Elsa's Winter Greeting, invites younger guests to sing, obviously, and dance along. The fun continues in the evening with Once Upon a Time Special Winter Edition, which includes scenes of the movie in Japanese. Also in Japanese, girls ages 11 and under will find out what it's like to be royalty with the Disney princess Welcome Little Princess. Over at Tokyo Disney Seas, Duffy is celebrating his 10th anniversary of his debut with a look back at his time with guests over the years in Journeys with Duffy. Hold on.
We'll get there.
Duffy and Shelley May, who's Duffy's wife, I guess, girlfriend, whatever.
Life partner.
Yeah. Sweet Duffy features cute confections, a new show. Come join your friends as you welcomes Duffy's new friend, Gelatoni, to the Mediterranean harbor. All right. For a different kind of thrill, the Tower of Terror, easy for me to say.
Yeah.
For a different kind of thrill, the Tower of Terror, level 13, Shadow of Shinki? Shariki? A scarier version of the attraction adds that extra terrifying touch for guests. So
how can it be more terrifying? We're driving out of a freaking window.
The Tower of Terror goes to 13, not to 10. They're going to 13.
We're bypassing 11.
Yeah, going right past 11. We're going to 13. Hey, I'm glad. I told you I'm not a big Duffy fan because it was something that was designed and made up by the marketing department at Disney. I mean, that Duffy's got more Mickeys on him than Mickey's got on Mickey. There's one on each foot. There's one on his ass. His face is a Mickey. He's got like 4 Mickeys on him.
Right.
So it's just something that was dreamed up by the marketing department. But the Frozen stuff. Now, I think they're talking about their castle show. And I've only seen videos. I mean, it's almost like the Disneyland Paris thing. It's a fire and smoke, and and I think somebody said, and I still have not seen this yet. I've been trying to find video of it, and they can't. That their turrets will shoot water or fire. So I've been trying to find video of this. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'd like to If anybody's ever seen this or has video or something, please share it with us. Send that email to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. I want to see turrets shooting water or fire. Right? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes. Well, I'm going to go with that answer. I can't.
All right. You can't say it?
I think, I have bemoaned how the overseas parks get some really cool stuff. Now, granted, we have Disneyland, which is the streets that Walt actually walked in, and we have Walt Disney World. We have, the largest theme parks on the planet.
Right.
And we have some cool stuff. It just seems that there's some really cooler stuff other places, and I'm confused why we don't have the cool stuff here. How they can take Tower of Terror and do some really cool stuff there. We have the original Tower of Terror, and we don't.
Right. Yeah.
That confuses me. As a Disney fan, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, they took Duffy out of Epcot.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And then they've been told that they're bringing Shelley May in.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't understand the concept behind that, other than it's just like, okay, now we've got to be introduced to Shelley May.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've added a third friend because you can't have a storybook without at least 2 or 3 friends. So they've got Gelatoni.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. So Shelley May,
no relationship to this Tony.
No relationship to that Tony. Somebody in the chat room said she came out in the parks today.
Oh, there you go.
In Walt Disney World?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, jeez, Pete. Okay, so great. Now we've got Shelley May, and we don't have any Duffy meet and greets. That makes a little bit of no sense.
So what's the relationship of Gelatoni to Duffy and Shelley May?
I do not know.
Spring, or is that their? I don't know.
I do not know, and
I think it's a smaller version of Duffy.
I remember seeing the little.
Can somebody sell me the Duffy family tree, please?
Well,
Dear Disney Marketing, please post the Duffy family tree.
Well, there's Duffy and Shelley May. Shelley May sounds like a redneck. Now you've got the Italian cousin, Gelatoni. That's nice. That's really good. Yeah. All right, so I think it was last year. I don't have a date on it. I bought the new Oswald cell that came out because it was Oswald, and anything that has Oswald on it, I had to buy at the time because I thought, there's once in a lifetime event, right?
Yeah, right.
Come to find out, not true. Do you love Oswald as much as I do? Well, Disney fans, you are in luck. A new ink and paint cell recently debuted at Disneyana on Main Street, USA in Disneyland Park, featuring Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Now, this particular piece might be titled Tough Luck, but we're pretty sure anyone who chooses to add it to their collection will consider themselves nothing but pretty lucky. This new piece is available now and is limited to an edition size of 1,000. The cell will be available in a variety of formats, including unframed for $125, framed for $215, framed cell with postcard, $235, and a framed cell with postcard and the coveted Disney pin for $255. All framed pieces are available with your choice of black or gold frames. For additional cell details, you can visit disneynow.com. If you're curious about the limited edition pin, that is only available if you choose the framed postcard and pin option. Wonder no more if you can get that because I'm sorry, I misread that. If you're wondering what it would look like, well, this is, I can't hold it up because I don't own it. So let's just. If you're not able to make it to Disneyland to purchase your limited cell, a limited number will be available to purchase online for a limited time only. Applicable tax and shipping fees apply. Discounts available on framing only. So you want to visit disneynow.com to get your frames.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name of mine is, but mine is an Oswald cell. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. If there's something worth investing in, go for it. If not,
Yeah.
I
have a little Disney cell story. I had bought the guess maybe this was last year, maybe the year before even. The Mickey and Minnie on the train station with the Walt Disney train on the main street.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted the unframed. I was going to, take mine to Michael's and, have it framed up myself.
Right.
When I got home, I had the unframed, the postcard, and the pin.
Bummer.
The cast member accidentally put in those extra things.
Oops.
Oopsie.
So, like the good Disney person that you are, you return them.
I tried to. And when I got there, the manager said, don't worry about it, just keep them. I said, okay, thanks. Goodbye. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye. That's awesome.
Bye-bye. I didn't let him change his mind. Just walk out the store.
Walk quickly.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Lucky you. That's a magical moment.
Yeah, it was a magical moment. Yeah.
This magic moment when you got a free pin and postcard. Good for you, my friend.
Yep. All right around the corner. This, I think you guys like to do this, the Candlelight Processional. Yeah.
Yep.
So Candlelight Processional is coming up. It's one of the most beloved holiday traditions at Epcot and really Disneyland too, because they do it less nights than we do. The Candlelight Processional inspires guests and instills the Christmas spirit through the retelling of the Christmas story by celebrity narrators, accompanied by a masterful orchestra and choir. And the Candlelight Processional is performed 3 times an evening at 5 p.m., 6:45, and 8 p.m. from November 27th to December 30th. For more information and to make reservations for the Candlelight Processional dinner packages, contact or visit disneyworld.com/holiday. And here is the list of narrators, and there are some newbies to the list this year.
Yes.
All right. Right out of the box, you got Dan the Man.
Lieutenant Dan.
Dan. That's a magic leg, Lieutenant Dan.
You got new legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Made it titanium. November 27th to 11/29 is Gary Sinise from 11:30 to 12:03. You have the NPH show. That's Neil Patrick Harris. From 12:04 to 12:05, you got Whoopi. From 12:06 to 12:08, you got Joe Morton. From 12:09 to 12:11, you got Anna Gasteyer.
Yeah, Anna Gasteyer. Yeah, she's on Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live. Yep. 12:12 to 12:14. Newbie. Meredith Vieira. That should be interesting.
Yeah, that should be. All these should be very interesting.
Yeah. 12:15 to 12:17. America Ferrara. 12:18 to 12:20. Shonda Wilson. 12:21 to 12:23. You got Daniel Day Kim. Anybody know where he's from?
Well, he started out at Lost, and now he's on. From
12:24 to 12:26.
That's a wife. I vote for those of you who can't understand me.
Yeah. From 12:24 to 12:26, you have Edward James Olmos.
So say we all.
Yep, 12:27 to 12:28, you got Blair Underwood. And bringing up the rear is 12:29 to 12:30, Amy Grant. So that's it. If you're gonna do this, do the dinner package, because otherwise you're gonna have to fight for a seat. I will tell you that Gary, NPH, Whoopi are probably very hard to get into. Those are probably the harder ones on that list.
As will be Edward James Olmos, because he's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve Day, and day after.
Yeah, he'll be hard too. Neil Patrick Harris is impossible, and usually, even if you say to yourself, well, I'll just go stand in the back, even you'll be 5-6 deep, maybe even more for Neil Patrick Harris to see his show. I was there last year. No, not last year. Year before last. I saw Neil Patrick Harris, and it was all the way back to the fountain. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Yeah. But definitely do the dinner packages, and it's at almost every restaurant in World Showcase has some kind of dinner package. This doesn't guarantee you. It guarantees you to be in the area. It's not like assigned seating. You have to still go stand in a queue line to go to that area. So even have your dinner and then make sure that you queue up for, to get into that area.
it guarantees you a seat.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily guarantee you a seat up front or a seat.
Or a great seat. You may be behind a tree.
Right. It guarantees you a pretty okay seat.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, it not only does it include the Candlelight Processional, you also get a special viewing area for
Illuminations.
The Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, and because they have that holiday tag, it's awesome.
Holiday tag, yeah. Now,
it's cool too.
I don't know for the E to the B, but for this, is this seating up front underneath the canopy, or is this still in that middle area? They're using the middle area for this. What did they do last year?
Last year, I want to say we were very, very close.
Okay.
But it was hit and miss because I think we went another time and we were just from the lip of the covering. We were kind of in the center section, but we just missed the lip of the covering. So
yeah, okay.
it's worth it because, yes, you are going to stand in line, but you're standing in line knowing that you're going to guarantee to see it because once they make sure that everybody who has their sticker on, you come in, you get a seat. Once that's done, then they let in all the people who have been standing there just praying that they would get in.
Right. Yeah. So, all right.
Totally worth it.
So go do that. I think that's now. You can. I think people have started booking. So if you want to going to be in Walt Disney World, go do that now because you're going to want to, try and get the best possible dinner combo that you can.
The one thing I haven't seen, are they doing fast passes for this? Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet. And they haven't announced Disneyland's candlelight either. So
right,
that's still the
we'll
have to see.
I know we don't have this on the news, and this is kind of a side thing. Did you see that Disneyland is now today and yesterday, they've been testing magic bands?
Disneyland.
Yeah. You're welcome, Disneyland. Enjoy that for a little while. See how that feels. See how that feels on you, and then you'll know the pain that we've been in for the last 5 years.
Yeah. Good times, Disneyland.
Good times, Disneyland. Sucks to be you.
Yeah. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
The days are running. Start going around getting all those fast passes so you can collect them.
The funniest thing, there's two things that strike me as funny every time I go to Magic Bands. If you haven't had a Magic Band experience yet,
good for you.
Thrilling. Yeah, good for you. But the first one is I always have to be told, not that I need it, is because the cast members feel that apparently because I'm overweight, I'm stupid. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Oh, come here," and I'm like, "I don't want to go there. I want to go here." And they're like, "No, come here." And I'm like, "Dude,
let me help you, sir.
Let me help you. Let me do that for you. You want to put my finger in too?" And then the other day, apparently, if you press your finger down too hard,
it ruins it because then it doesn't get a good reading. Yeah.
Well, my thing went blue, and we
blew it.
I blew it. Boom. The thing went blue, and I had a momentary panic attack. So I'm like, because we had a mistake about 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. There was a mistake with the bank did not communicate well with Disney.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And we missed a payment. We had no other reason than there was just a communication problem for some reason. And that was a 25-minute problem. And I was there on somebody else's dime. And I was like, oh, God. So anyway, I had that momentary panic attack. And this cast member put her hand on my chest, thinking that I would just walk through. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Sir, if you stand right here." I'm like, "Stop. Take a breath. You do not need to put your hand on me. I'm not rushing the park." Yeah. I mean, I said, "I'm very calm. I understand you're trying to do a job, but you don't need to be like pushing me off. I'm not rushing in the park. I'm not worried about coming. I live here.
Yeah,
I come here probably as much as you do.
So maybe more.
Yeah, this month maybe more." I'm like, "So, sweetie comes. You don't need to do that." Yeah. And it was just, and she said when it read, it was just I was pushing too hard. I was stressed because I was running a little late.
Right.
So I pushed too hard on the Magic Band thing. Anyway, Disneyland, it's coming your way, pals. Enjoy it. Yeah.
All right.
Now that we have a video component.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are crazy enough I'm sorry. If you are passionate and love Disney, Christmas so much that you are willing to put your life on hold for an entire day on the off chance that you may or may not see some of the taping of the Christmas parade, we have got your story. For 32 years, unbelievable.
Anybody remember Regis and Joan London? All right.
I wasn't even really a big Disney fan. I used to remember Regis and Joan London. So for 32 years, families have come together at the holidays to experience the annual Disney Christmas special on ABC, both at home and on Christmas Day in the parks during filming. This year, the name has changed once again. The Disney Parks Unforgettable Christmas Celebration is set to be filmed at the Magic Kingdom for 4 days from November 10th through the 13th, 2015. Disneyland will be filming December 11th through the 13th, making the first big change in years for the filming dates, which have usually been the other way around. The new name reflects the current ad campaign for Disney Parks. Unforgettable happens here. No word yet on who the hosts or performers will be. Tickets to be part of the audience will be available to cast members starting on October 21st. Tickets will not be available to guests, but guests are encouraged to come on the days of filming to be a part of the audience as long as space is available. We're going to talk about that in just a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Filming is scheduled to happen on Main Street USA and the Castle Stage during the dates. No word yet on which areas will be filmed on specific dates. They probably won't know until it happens. Mm-hmm. The Disney Parks Unforgettable Christmas Celebration will air Christmas Day on ABC. And if you want to go back and find past years, they're great. There was a couple years ago, our buddy Rick was there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he went down the road, and all of a sudden there's Rick, and he was like, ah! I was like, dude, this is Rick Howard. Wow. Okay, so two things about this pops out.
Right.
One, now we have to do whatever the year's marketing piece is. So now it's Unforgettable happens here. So now we have to add that on.
Right.
Thank God it's not Frozen happens here.
That was last year.
And the second thing is tickets to be part of the audience are going to be available to cast members.
Only.
And guests are allowed to show up if they want to be there, but only if space is available. So these poor cast members have to show up on their day off and stand there and act like crazy people because it's regular folks aren't going to lose their mind.
And let me tell you why they switch these days. Disney World's got the November time frame and Disneyland's got the December one. Because in December, all cast members are blacked out from the Magic Kingdom.
Wah, wah.
So that's why I think they did the switch-o for us is because in December, they wouldn't be able to get in the park.
But if they had a ticket, why wouldn't they be able to?
I still think they have to use their main gate to get in. I think the ticket just allows them into the queued up areas where they want them to stand.
Right. And you better wear full on winter gear.
Yeah, they want you in winter stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably still going to be 80 degrees out.
Yeah. Yeah. I have never done and have no intention of ever going to. I do not want to stand in one place for hours on end and see the same thing repeated over and over and over and over until they get the shot they're looking for. Right. Thank you, but no. Yeah. I will watch it on Christmas Day when it airs. Actually, I probably won't. I'll probably just DVR it because I'll be in New Jersey and I'll watch it when I come back.
Right.
And then go, oh, look, I recognize how they're so. Oh, they were crazy enough to do this. Look at them.
2 years ago, I was interviewing for the job.
Uh-oh.
And I was there on one of the days that they were filming.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And I got on and we interviewed at California. No, we were at Grand Floridian. Mm. And for some reason I had to go, I think I parked at the Poly.
Okay.
Because I always like to go to the Poly and I wanted to go before they took the smell away. So I parked at the Poly, got on the monorail, rode around. And so I had to ride the monorail all the way back around to get off the Polynesian. I sat down. Mm-hmm. The car was full. and everybody was wearing Christmas outfits, like full on coats and stuff. And I was wearing shorts and flip flops.
Yeah.
Because that's what you wear when it's 90 degrees in Florida and the humidity level is 7,000.
Right.
And I sit there and I said, I don't mean to be a jerk, but what is going on that you're all wearing? It's Christmas parade. And they're like, yep. And I want to say that was the day that, didn't the Jonas Brothers perform a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
That was the day that the Jonas Brothers were there. Oh, good God.
Yeah.
And I just remember sitting in the train station at Magic Kingdom.
They had a problem because there were too many people at the park that day because they heard the Jonas Brothers were going to be there. They specifically didn't announce that they were going to be there, but it leaked, and then it became mayhem.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for you.
No, it was no. I just remember sitting there, and the doors open, and like you could hear when everybody got off the train. It was like, oh, thank God! It was so horrible, and everybody was already. And this was probably 11, 12 o'clock. Everybody was already mean and mad and upset and hot. And like, why do you do that to yourself?
Yeah. Well, I'll just recap it for you. One year, my family went to Disney World on Christmas Day. Now, sitting at home years and years ago, we said to ourselves, who would go to Disney World on Christmas Day? Everybody's going to be with their family, or they can be at church, or they can be, we'll just walk around the park free and clear. That is not the right answer.
No.
That is the wrong answer to that question. It took us, I forgot where we were staying. I think we were staying at one of the value resorts. And I don't know why, but we're on the monorail. Maybe we parked at the TCC, took the monorail. But it took us 30 minutes to get from the monorail platform to the front gate. 30 minutes just to walk that because there's so many people. And another 30 minutes, and we only got halfway down Main Street. So now I'm an hour into the park, and I'm only maybe by the Art of Disney store. I turned to my mother and father. I said, listen, I'm done. I'm out. Me and my daughter, who didn't want to be in the park, she felt, overwhelmed. We left. We rode the monorail, went to different hotels and looked at the gingerbread and Christmas decorations and had lunch and whatever. And then we met up with them later. So don't go to the park on Christmas Day. If you think you're going to see the Christmas Day parade on Christmas Day, you're not going to see the Christmas Day.
No.
They do
you're not going to see Neil Patrick Harris.
They do run the Christmas Day parade, the Christmas parade, but they don't, it's not the thing. You're not going to see anybody.
It's not Neil Patrick and all the stars from Glee and all that good stuff. It was funny. You can always tell what kind of a day it's going to be when you're driving away. I remember driving out of there at like 1 or 2 o'clock. And it looked like, remember the old films of when you're watching like the first day the Magic Kingdom was open and the line of traffic that was down Disney Drive, World Drive, excuse me. Yeah. It looked just like that. And I'm trying, literally, I rolled my window down. I'm like, suckers, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
You're never going to get into the park.
Yeah.
Mickey's not worth all this.
It's like you want to drive on the medium going that way with your window down. It's full. Turn around. Stop. Go back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish they would bring back, I wish they would bring back some of the old hosts like Regis and, Regis and Kelly or Regis and Joan or, some of the people that used to do it back in the Wayback Machine. I wish they would bring some of those hosts back to the parade and make it unforgettable. And I'm not on board with this new marketing campaign that's unforgettable. It's got to be some of the worst stuff they've dreamed up in a long time.
Well, so we're live, and I don't want to offend anybody, so please don't offend me. Or I don't mean to
they won't get offended. They're okay.
Sure they will, But they unveiled. So I've said on previous shows that I got to take a tour and we got to do some really cool stuff. And what that was I was part of the travel agency. Sometimes travel agents get brought in to do extra special training, and we get to see some things before it comes out, and we get some extra special training, or the agents do. I didn't. I'm not an agent, but so they unveiled this thing, and I think they released it like the morning or the day before, probably. And then we saw it like the next day, and they said, "Okay, this is our big campaign." And a buddy of mine was there. Our buddy from Savannah was there, and I don't think he was doing that. I was writing down every cliched, pop culture thing. So it was, mentally challenged, Latino grandparents, two dads, special. Dyer said special needs. What else is in that first one? Young couple, African American, and then they had like a family, Latin family. Their big push is Latinos. That's the demographic is Latinos, and they're pushing for grandparents. That's the two big demographics. Not that I'm giving away any big trade secrets. If you just look at the ads on TV, you can see that. Yeah. And I was just like, good Lord, why don't you just, show a kid getting Mickey ears and see a balloon and, but I understand they're trying to market it on such a way that touches everybody, and everybody can see themselves there. My favorite that they ever did ad campaign was when they did the parents that would go with their kids to Disney, and they would look at their shadows, and they would be kids. Yeah. They went and ran around. There were just two kids running around, and then it was like the dad and the son, or the mom and the daughter. Yeah. I thought that was a great campaign. But, that resonated with me, and that probably wouldn't resonate with, two moms, two dads, because they don't necessarily see them there. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm not making a judgment call. So please, that's not my point. My point is, it's like they're trying to cram in every demographic. Yeah, any demographic, so that it touches on every level, and then they just mix and match.
They have a picture that they're using for this unforgettable marketing. It's like three teenage girls, and the one girl looks like she's in horrific pain. She's looking at something. You're like, what the hell? What is she looking at that's making her so painful? Did Disney
she's looking at how much the damn tickets cost. That's what she's looking at.
Probably.
She's like, I paid this much, and I can't even fit on the stinking Seven Doors Mine Train roller coaster,
and I can't get on anything.
I can't. When you get off the ride, it's like, and
Yeah, it's I'm not a fan of this this one. I'm not a fan of this campaign. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's been the last few years, Disney campaigns have been a little underwhelming
very much
to me. To me. But then again, what was your favorite ad campaign? I'll tell you mine, you tell me yours.
Year of a Million Dreams.
That's my favorite. And you know why they quit doing it?
Well, it cost them $1 bazillion.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
But it was so great. You never knew.
Listen, if they dummy down. Yeah, but John, even if they dummy down the things. Listen, I'm not saying give away a DVC every year.
Right.
I'm not saying that. That wouldn't be the goal and the intent. But just the stupid Mickey ears or the little Fast Pass lanyard that they had. Those little things, I think, went a long way in Disney goodwill to customers and guests.
I agree. I agree.
I agree. That I'd be fine with a pin or a hat, or even some fast passes to attractions I can't get on, and I live here.
Right.
Give me a Toy Story Mania or a Mine Train fast pass. I'd be happy every week.
Disney. It's really simple. One color business cards. You can get several thousand for like a nickel.
Yeah. At their cost, probably a penny.
For you plus one on Toy Story Mania in the Fast Pass line. That's all you have to do, and I think people would lose their freaking minds.
Every pass holder should get a Toy Story Mania, a Mine Train, a Tower of Terror, a Test Track, and a Soarin' every year. They should get one of those.
Yeah.
Guaranteed admission to at any time during the year, those 5 things. Right. If you gave me a pack of those with my annual pass every year, I'd be, well, at least they're thinking of me.
Well, yeah, now they're going to have to double up on the magnetic annual pass order thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long story. have to follow his Facebook feed for that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on.
Yep.
Over at the Magic Kingdom, we got it's like almost a menu swap between Pecos Bill and Tortuga Tavern. Like they swapped menus.
Switcheroo.
Yeah. Tortuga Tavern now has a new menu. So they got first up is a barbecued pork sandwich on a Texas toast with coleslaw, baked beans for $10.99. Next up, you got barbecued chicken sandwich on Texas toast with coleslaw and baked beans for $10.99. Then you got the barbecued beef brisket sandwich on
Texas toast
with coleslaw and baked beans for $11.99.
There's a lot of beans happening in that side of the world.
Don't go on Space Mountain afterwards. Roasted corn and vegetable salad topped with red wine vinaigrette, $7.99. A roasted corn and vegetable salad with barbecued beef brisket topped with red wine vinaigrette for $11.99. And last but not least, you have roasted corn and vegetable salad with barbecue chicken topped with a red wine vinaigrette for $11.99. So barbecue, salad. That's it. If you don't want those, go someplace else.
Now, I'm not saying the previous iteration.
No vegetarian item on this menu, by the way.
Right.
Or vegan or anything.
No. The roasted corn and vegetable salad with red wine.
Oh, yeah, without any of the topping.
Right. Yeah, you don't get no meat. Yeah. No meat. So I'm not saying that the previous menu for Tortuga Tavern really made sense because Tortuga is in the Caribbean and they serve Mexican food.
I get that.
Okay. So now we're going even further out of the way because, nothing says pirates are
like barbecue.
Give me a barbecue chicken sandwich and some baked beans. Arr.
Because they were barbecuing on the ships.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fires happening on.
A lot of smokers.
Yeah, a lot of
barbecues.
Like green eggs, Captain Sonny, you had Captain D's.
Right.
and then you had Captain Sonny's and
I did like the taco salad over there.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a pretty good hearty meal. And I don't know if you noticed, but these things have been in other places, pork sandwich,
right.
Yada yada. But it looks like this made a little price hop.
Shocker.
With this new menu. It's the season of the price increase because, they did the annual pass and all that. And I know merch is going up and food goes with it. So, all right. Talking about Disney Springs, we were over there the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So the ramp connecting I-4 to Disney Springs parking garage is now open. I took it. Did you take it the other?
No, again, we were coming from Tampa, so I almost did the U-turn. We had plenty of time. I also did the U-turn just to ride it, but I saw. Did you shoot a video?
Yes, I did.
So I saw the video and I was like, "Oh wow, it's a ramp! Awesome!" So I just like to go ahead and park.
I was doing the naughty. I was driving with one.
You were doing the naughty at Downtown Disney.
Driving with one hand.
I thought you were doing the naughty. I was like, "Whoa!"
No.
I don't know if I'd say that on the podcast, brother.
Yeah. So if you get off at exit 67 on I-4 westbound, you'll see signs for Epcot and Disney Springs. So it's really like kind of what used to be the old Epcot exit. Now it's offering a new ramp that'll lead you right into the parking garage. And it can go to the parking garage. It goes in 3 different directions. You can make a right and go back down onto Buena Vista Street. You can go into the parking garage, or you can go past that and take what they are calling surface parking, or to go to valet.
Right.
So those are your 3 options from that exit. So it's not like you're stuck and you have to only go into the parking garage. You do have some options. So even if you get off and you want to try it, like I did, just then head off into Buena Vista Boulevard, and you can take that and head out.
That's going to be really good for locals if they're trying to get to, maybe the resorts closer to Disney Springs, or maybe even, what is that, Saratoga? Right. Coming from the north, you don't have to get off at that exit.
Right.
That's 528 is the highway, and you have to red light yourself to death.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's really exciting.
Yeah. And if you've been around a property, you've noticed that there is so much construction on World Drive around this area. They've taken all of the trees down at the Disney Springs exit and the Epcot exit, the Disney Hollywood Studios exit, if you were heading towards the thing there. The reason this is Lake Buena Vista Drive is also being widened to 10 lanes, my friend. That's going to be 5 in each direction. So that's what all of this construction. You'll see the digging in pylons because they're going to widen up the road. I'm going to be really interested to see, And even on the other side of World Drive, they're doing other construction there. I think they're going to connect even that to part of I-4 as well. I think from that way too. So it's very interesting to watch this happen.
Right.
I think it's the first time that Disney fan people have been able to see like all of this infrastructure being built all at one time. So it's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
It's not convenient, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch now. It wasn't fun a year ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun at all a year ago.
Yeah, also the garage has a walkway that'll connect to the west side too.
Right.
And they haven't opened it up, but the other walkway, one walkway from Team Disney to the parking garage is open.
Mm-hmm.
Or to that side of the street, I should say. But they haven't opened up the other one down by SunTrust Bank yet.
Right.
That's kind of like a tri-bridge or two legs of a bridge.
Yeah, that should be opening pretty soon.
Yeah, that's almost done. So a lot of stuff happening at downtown Disney Springs.
Yep. Well, I'm really excited for The Good Dinosaur to come out. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to come out around Thanksgiving time. So The Good Dinosaur sneak peek is going to be happening at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland. A sneak peek for the upcoming Pixar movie, The Good Dinosaur, is going to be at Disney's Hollywood Studios and at California Adventure over at Disneyland Resort, which started a couple days ago on the 16th. The screening itself runs several minutes long and gives viewers the most extensive look yet at the much anticipated film. At Disneyland, guests at the Bugs Life Theater will also enjoy special in-theater effects. Thanks, Disneyland. You're the best. Enjoy those magic bands.
Yeah.
This one breaks my heart. Located at the one-man stream attraction on Mickey Avenue at Hollywood Studios, the preview will air until December 4th, with the Walt Disney film returning to screens the following day. Hopefully, they've digitized it. Something tells me they're not gonna. Mm-hmm. But it's good. Hey, as long as it keeps one man's dream open a little bit longer, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm
excited. I don't know why they didn't do this movie in the Hyperion Theater or
the Captain Jack Sparrow experience.
Captain Jack, yeah. I mean, there's like a million places they could have put this thing.
Disney's got plans.
I think they're just testing to see if people will get pissed if they take something out of one man's dream, like the movie.
Like they haven't been listening to this show, apparently.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Have you seen it? Are you going to go?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see the preview. I'm excited about the movie. I think the movie, it looks like it has a lot of heart, and I'm hoping that. I liked Inside Out a lot. I thought it was a good movie. It didn't blow my brains out. Like, oh my gosh!
I ordered mine on DVD already.
Did you? I hope, of course you did.
I'm a Pixaholic. I have to.
That's right. I'm hoping that The Good Dinosaur is better because I think I've been excited about this movie ever since D23. And the teaser trailer, and this is how sad it is, the teaser trailer that they released 2 months ago was the trailer we saw at D23 with no changes. And I'm like, they've been sitting on this for 2 years.
That's all they have in the can.
Yeah, that's all you get.
I'm not gonna go see it. I don't, like I said, I don't like watching trailer after trailer. Did you see the new Star Wars trailer that aired last night?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I haven't seen any. I've only seen a little part of that one trail, and that broke my heart because I don't want to see it. I want to see it all in the movie theater.
Right. Well, let me put it to you this way: no spoilers.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The one scene. There's a battle scene.
Mm-hmm.
During the day on a planet, and a certain ship was flying through it, and it looked real. I was just like, and the first. This is where it gets confusing.
Don't say anything.
No, hang on.
Okay,
just relax. It's all good. The prequel movies, with their extensive CGI, look really, really, really awkward. This movie, I know it's CGI, but I know there's a great deal of practical effects.
Right.
It looks unbelievable. I couldn't not watch it. I could not watch it.
Yeah.
That music hit, and I turned into a 7-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. My theory is I don't like to watch any of the clips because I feel like I'm watching it, 30 seconds at a time, and then, by the time the movie rolls around, you can, you've seen half the movie just out of order in 30-second clips.
Right.
Somebody posted pictures today. They have good dinosaur merchandise in the parks already.
Get out! Seriously?
Yeah. Got to keep that marketing machine humming, baby.
Well, we got
247.
We got that season of The Force coming. Yeah. So I think that'll be great.
Yeah. It's gonna hit, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Well, they haven't rolled out what they're calling phase 2 of the merchandise yet. So
phase 1's been pretty outstanding.
You got a BB-8.
I did get a BB-8, and I didn't get it from the park.
Yeah.
Ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah, good for you. That's a smart way to do it.
Awesome.
All right. Last little bit of news is down here at Walt Disney World in Florida. The marketing co-op is getting a little update. So they're bringing in 28 and Main. So do you remember, John, when the marketing co-op first opened?
I do.
I do too. I was running over there to get some of that little trash can salt and pepper.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one's salt. I don't know which one's pepper. All I do is I have all of them.
Good for you, my friend.
I don't know they all have the same amount of holes on top.
Anyway. We don't use them. We don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So Disney mentioned how the stores found in the marketplace at Disney Springs were going to change, and it'll be the testing ground for new products, new ideas, new things, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
Well, the trophy room is out.
Goodbye.
28 and Main is in. And there's really nothing ever good in the trophy store, right? Did you ever see anything interesting there?
If I was the reason that the trophy store was still there is because there was backlash because they got rid of the ESPN section. So they kept the trophy room around so they could keep the guy making the bats, all the different ball team hats. If they can find other places for that, they've got crazy thought. They've got a ESPN, wide world of sports, and if you're really a sports junkie, go over there.
Go out there and get it. Yeah, exactly.
But
it's included in your annual pass as a benefit.
Yeah. But the trick about that is, it's so funny, is, they've got all this cross-contamination of all the different merchandise. So you would think if you wanted sports stuff, you could just go to ESPN. If you want Magic Kingdom stuff, you go over there. But that is not always the case.
Yeah. All right. So what I am excited about for the first time, and I can't remember how long, is this merchandise, 28 in Main, is geared for the men. Not the teens, not the tweens, not the girls, not the ladies, not the grandparents, not anybody but men. I've been saying it for how long, John?
A long time.
A long time. Put out some stuff for men and we will buy it. Well, men, this is all now up to you.
Yes.
They're going to put it out. You're going to have to go buy it because if you don't, it's going to go away.
Yep.
It'll be pixie dust in the wind. Exactly. 28 Main will feature stylish men's clothing and accessories designed for those who enjoy visiting Disney parks. The boutique will sell items like lounge pants, that I could do without, leather messenger bags, hats, polos, mugs, artwork, and more. And one major feature of much of the merchandise that will be available with a
lion
prominently designed on the items. The lion is a symbol. The lion is symbolic, as it was taken from the Walt Disney family crest, which can be seen in all the castles worldwide.
Oh, I thought it was Lambert, the sheepish lion. Remember that?
Yes.
I'm old.
Yeah. Okay, I'm okay with that. The 28 is the year the company began, 1928. I get that part. Naming it 28 in Main. There's always the Main Street thing. I get those two things. But couldn't you put a character like a Mickey, like little Mickey things on there? Why is it got to be a lion from the crest? If I'm wearing that shirt, who's going to know that?
Right. Who's going to know that's Disney if there's not a mouse on it?
Nobody.
But a lot of guys will not. Well, it's not.
I get that.
They could not wear a lot of the Disney, like Sarah, who's not a guy, by the way, cannot wear a lot of overly Mickey stuff at work, but she can get away with things that are. It's
But it doesn't have to be a Mickey. It could just be like the little silhouette.
Well, we don't know what we don't know yet. I mean, there might be some really cool stuff there, and the lion might be a part of it. But I'm appreciative of the fact that they're at least doing it, and they pulled some history from the Disney family crest. What I'm kind of hoping, and because I'm a bigger dude, I kind of hope that they have like men's sizes. Yeah, not everybody is a 36 waist, and not everybody is a large shirt.
You may be disappointed because the Disney store, when they ran the 28 Main limited edition stuff on the Disney store,
right,
did not have extended sizes.
Of course not.
They only went to XL.
Right.
Because there was one or two things I said, you know what, I'd be interested in getting that, and I could not. So.
Oh, but I'll get my messenger bag on.
Yeah.
I'll get some.
You'll get a hat.
I'll get me a mug.
Or lounge pants.
God. I cannot tell you how many times I have been sitting around the house. I'm thinking, dang, if I just had a pair of lounge pants.
And a smoking jacket and a cigar.
Yes. Then you could call me John Hefner.
Exactly. Yeah. That news is for another podcast, not this one.
Hey, and I can openly start reading that magazine, apparently.
Yeah, anyway. Apparently. You don't have to put Cars magazine on the outside of it.
Well, those magazines are just as bad. Right. Hey, thanks for all the props out there, guys.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week's news. We hope you enjoyed it. Hope you listened. You can do us a couple favors if you like the show. Please share it with your friends. That is one of the best ways you can show us a little love. Is if you like what you hear, please share it with a friend and do that. You can like us on Facebook and Twitter. At Twitter, we are at Disney Podcaster, and on Facebook, it is facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And go check us out on our own site. You don't have to go to Facebook. Go check us out at DisneyParksPodcast.com. And as we like to say around here, we will see you in the parks.